Do you remember when it was Christmas when because we said we were going to do the project, and I remember there was a knock at the door and it was the postman, and he had this box and it had all of the
he wasn't very happy,
all of the comics, and he was like, my back, as he brought it in.
The series is very closely based on the original novels. That was always the plan, but we have cherry-picked ideas or scenes or moments from other places, like the comic strips as well. And of course, she retold some of the same stories, as you know, in different forms over the years. So, which is also quite useful for us to see, because when we're thinking of adapting it into a version which is recognisable, of course, and close to the originals, but will have some differences and some things for the TV form. It was nice to be able to see different versions that she'd done, and then we could sort of choose which way we thought would work.
I thought I'd come and stay with you.
All this trouble because you can't say no.
You need to learn to stand up for yourself. I'm not a child anymore, Papa. I'm a grown-up Moomin.
It's really fun to play with as writers when you have a character who's in sort of halfway between childhood and adulthood, and they're moving back and forth. And it's not a straight line when you grow up like that. You sort of might advance quickly in one adventure or one day, and then you quickly revert back to being a bit younger. So it does sort of zigzag a bit like that.
It's very, as Nick says, it's very useful to have a push and pull with a character like Moomin Troll, because he wants the love of his mother, but he also wants to go out and experience adventures, but he also wants to come home again. So
which is very sweet and funny and endearing and real.
Push pull all the time, which is great for sort of character tension and drama and comedy. Moomin Troll's living, with his father and his mother, with a father who, as you're saying, does tell a lot of stories and is someone to live up to, and is a kind of dominating kind of character, and very funny, and loves his son. But so Moomin Troll is sort of always trying to slightly define his own space from Moomin Papa, because he's Moomin Papa, but he wants to be Moomin Troll as well, to be thought of his own character.
See you in the spring, my family. Whoa!
Someone's knocking at the door.
It's only 1/4 winter.
The guiding principle was always to be true to the themes of the stories, to the meanings behind them, to make sure we weren't changing those, even if we had to alter certain things to make it work on TV, to make sure that the meaning and the themes were consistent.
And I think another part of where we started to crack the code of what we should be doing was when we thought, and I can't remember how this came about now, but it was when we thought this should be a seasonal show. It should be starting in spring and going through, telling the year in the life of Moomin Troll. And that once that we'd given it that sort of, that we'd anchored it in the calendar, that gave us an arc, because we started to think, well, this could be a year in the life of Moomin Troll, sort of growing up from when he wakes in spring to Moominvalley in midwinter.
But seeing something where you can have a completely good-hearted hero like Moomin Troll at the centre of it, you don't need to do anything cynical or too dark. It can be very positive. That's not an opportunity you get much these days.